Welcome to our sixth video on the algebra series. We're doing foundation maths, which is a series for those students who are doing GCSE foundation, or even those students who are in year 9 or even year 8. We're going to be expanding brackets today, but what we want to do today is to look at expanding brackets whereby the numbers at the outside the bracket are basically negative. For example, you can see this minus here, and you can also see there is minus 3 there. So we want to try to expand brackets whereby the number you're multiplying by outside is a negative. Okay, so we're just going to run through the first example. Okay, it says expand the brackets in the following expressions: a negative bracket q add 4 close bracket. Okay, now what I want to say is that usually when you don't have any number written out of a bracket, say for example I've got q plus 4 like that. Yeah, this basically means one basket that has q and 4 inside. Okay, now if I have one written outside there, it just basically means the same thing. Okay, so usually when it is just one, they don't normally write anything. It's only when it is two or anything apart from one, it's when they will always write something there. So if you have a negative written in front like they've written there, you can look at it as a negative one. Okay, so you can always look at it as a negative one when you look at it, and then you can then expand from there. Right, so I've got negative 1 and I'm timesing by q. Now negative 1 times q becomes negative 1q, written like that. And then negative 1 times by 4 becomes negative 4. Okay, so negative 1 times by 4 is negative 4. Remember, negatives times by positive gives you negative. Okay, so the answer to that is negative q minus 4. Okay, you've taken away q and you've taken away 4. Okay. Now the next one, now we have negative 3 times by 4, which becomes negative 12. And then I've got negative 3 times by negative 2, that becomes positive 6. But don't forget the a that's there. So negative 3 times negative 2a changes to become positive 6a. Now with this one here, because this other one is positive, you can always swap them. You can always bring the 6a in front, and then you can always bring the 12 at the back. Okay, so if you have a minus in front and a positive at the back, it's a good idea to bring the positive in front. But for this one, they are both negatives, so I can just leave it. Okay, I would like you to pause the video and have a go at question 3, please. Question 3a all the way to L, please. Pause the video, have a go at question 3a to L. Okay, hope you've tried them. I'm gonna just quickly do question I'm just going to do question L for you very quickly. Question L for you again, you do negative 5 times by 12 is going to be negative 60. And then negative 5 times by D is going to be negative 5D. Okay, so negative 5D. And that's just the answer to that. Okay. Now pause the video quickly and have a go at marking your answers, please. Pause the video, have a go at marking your answer. Okay, hope you done well on that one. The next part now is we're still simplifying algebraic expressions. And what we're going to do now is basically to see if there is more. I'm just going to look if there's any more. But yeah, there you are. Expand the brackets in the following expressions. So if you want to pause the video and then have a go at question 4 and 5. Okay, right, so hope you tried them. I'm just going to do very quickly for you. I'm going to do question J, 5J, and maybe 5G as well. So let me start with G first. Right, so you're going to have negative 8 and it's being times by 2 and negative t. So open the bracket. 8 times 2 is 16, but that's going to be negative because negative 8 times 2 is negative 60. Then we got negative 8 here times by negative t. Negative times negative becomes positive if you're timesing. 8 times t becomes 8t. Okay. And I said earlier, if this is negative and that's positive, it's a good idea to bring the positive in front and then bring the negative at the back. Okay. So that's that. Looking at question J for you, I've got negative v. Now, let's ignore the negative first. But v times v becomes v squared. That's going to become v squared. Okay. But because one of them is negative and one is positive, the answer is going to be negative there. Okay. Then negative v times negative v times negative 5 becomes positive 5v. Positive 5v. And again, bring the positive one in front, and then the negative one can always be at the back. Okay, so that's how to do that. If you want to pause the video and then really quickly mark your work, that would be good. Okay, hope you done well on this. Pause the video. Forgot marking them. Okay, hope you done well on them. Right, try question 6 quickly. Question 6, A to H. Pause the video. Try question 6, A to H, please. Okay, hope you tried them. I'm just gonna do question F for you very quickly. I've got negative 4z times by 8 here. I will do 4 times by 8. So 4z times by 8 becomes 32z to start with. Now this is negative and that's positive, so the answer will be negative if I'm timesing. Then I do 4z times by 2z. 4 times by 2 is 8. And z times by z becomes z squared. Remember, this is negative and that's negative. If you're timesing them, the answer becomes positive. And you can always bring the positive one in front and the negative at the back. You can always do that. Okay. So hope you finish that. So if you want to mark your work quite quickly, please pause the video, mark your work. Okay. Hope you're done well on that. Right, so that's going to be the end of our 6th video on expanding brackets. And well done for today.